Hello everybody, meet Jacob. Jacob is 6 weeks old. He's getting a little cranky, so I think he's getting hungry very, very soon. So yeah, hi. It's been a long time since I've updated because he's been keeping me on my toes, right? Yeah, I'm about to start crying very soon. So this is my life update. 6-week update was supposed to be a 1-month update, but I didn't have a chance to do that. So now we're here with our 6-week update. I just got back from my 6-week postpartum appointment, and it went well. Everything's back to normal, as the doctor says. I weighed at the doctor 144 because I was wearing clothes and shoes. But at home, when I weigh myself completely naked in the morning or in the afternoon or before I go to bed, I'm at 140 from 168 that I was. So yeah, lost 28 pounds, and I thank breastfeeding for it. It's the only thing that I can think of, because I'm not saying I'm eating tons of junk food, but I'm not eating extremely healthy either. So yeah, oh, these little baby noises. You might be taking a number 2 in a second. That's what I think you're trying to do. So yeah, that's for me. I'm doing fine. Postpartum depression, I'm like that. I'm losing weight. Still have a little pooch, little mama pooch, or whatever you want to call these muffin top. Very minimal to lose. That's about it. I fit into my pre-pregnancy clothes like a week after I gave birth, so yeah, that's good. So this baby boy, let's talk about him for a little bit. He is a completely different baby from my son. I don't know if I mentioned it on my 2-week update, but yeah, he's tough, you know. He's fussy. He never really slept the night for me right away. Of course, I don't expect that. He wouldn't like to cluster feed around when he was a newborn. But as soon as my parents left, my parents left for 2 weeks, I switched his crib to my room, and I think we're gonna fuss. Yes. Doing that was better, you know. We put him in his crib, and of course he really didn't like his crib, but he had to get used to it. And I'd say 2-3 weeks after, he would sleep the night a little bit, like 5 to 6 hours straight. It's perfectly fine with me. I've been living off of 5 hours sleep or 6, and I don't know how I do it, but I do it. Because I do not nap during the day. It's a miracle if I do, because he takes little cat naps. But yeah, he started doing that, sleep in the night. And I'm trying to do this video as fast as I can so he doesn't fuss so much. So yeah, once he hit 4 weeks, he started giving me a hard time again, which hard time to me is going to sleep at midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning and just being wide awake. And I'm like, I need to get to bed. And my husband needed to get to bed. My husband has been sleeping sometimes in my son's room in an air mattress just because he does not trust this little one. So then I was at 4 weeks, and then for like a week or 2 I dealt with that. And then finally again we got into a routine on Friday. Friday he slept for me. It's a miracle. He slept 7-8 hours. And Saturday too. I don't know how. I don't care. Just he slept. And it was wonderful. Last night he did pretty well too. He woke up twice at 1 a.m. and then he woke up again at Okay. Then he woke up again at 5:30 or something like that. So the routine that I've been doing, his last feeding of the night which is 7:38. Sometimes it could be 9 o'clock. As soon as I finish feeding him, and I try to give him a bottle for the last feeding. Okay, it's okay. Oh, baby boy's hungry. Give me 1 moment, okay? Okay, I'm back. So, he got hungry, I told you. He was gonna get hungry. So, where was I? By my nightly routine, he'll eat. Sometimes I try to give him 1 bottle a day. One, he gets used to drinking from a bottle. And two, I give him soy milk formula, soy formula. The reason I do give soy is my son, my older son, was lactose intolerant, and just in case I don't want to go through the same crap again, so I'm continuing that with this baby. And if you realize, breast milk is very much more waterier than formula. Formula is much thicker, so I want to give him something thicker so it can kind of last longer in his stomach. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, let's say he finished eating at 8 o'clock or whatever it is. I don't bathe him every day. Certain babies don't need to be bathed every day. Bathe him every other day or every 2 days, depends if I'm extremely busy or not. But so let's say it's a bath night. After he eats, a little while after, I'll give him a nice warm bath and everything, put him in his jammies and everything like that, stick him in the crib. Now he has so many gadgets that I have to buy for him to like really like going to sleep. For example, right here I have a bouncy chair that vibrates. He actually likes little vibrations. So I had to I Googled or something like that, and I found on Target they had I wish I had it with me, but it'll be in my newborn must-have video. Okay, my battery died as I was talking. So I bought this owl thing from Eddie Bauer, and you press it and it vibrates. So you press it once and it vibrates really loud and heavy. Then you press it again and it vibrates a little lower. But the only thing I like about it is it only lasts a couple of minutes. Doesn't last as long as these things do, but whatever. So that worked a little bit. So you put that under like a blanket or something. And then after that, he has this, I think it's called Mobile, the little thing that dangles and you wind it. He looks up right at it as soon as I put him in the bed, and as soon as I start turning, he like starts blinking and like he's scared a little bit. But that only lasts like 5-10 minutes. You gotta keep winding because he fights his sleep. He likes to sleep. Like he won't fall asleep for like an hour or so. You have to keep winding that, keep pressing the vibrating thing. And then this other thing I bought that put on the side of his crib, and it plays music and it has lights and it has a projector. So he stares at that light or whatever, and that plays for 30 minutes. He either plays nature sounds, lullabies with the woman's voice. So I always put that one on and adjust the volume. Then I tuck him in really good with his blanket because he loves to kick off his blankets. And I know this is horrible, but he likes to have a blanket like on the side of his face. He like nuzzles with it a little with his pacifier, and that's how he really knocks out. And I never just go to sleep and leave him like that. I mean, I know when he's sleeping or not. I'm going to check on him sleeping. Slowly take the cover out, and the little blanket that was on the side of him, I slowly take it off. So yeah, that has been working on the first thing I had bought to put him like back to sleep after, like, let's say he wakes up at 4 in the morning and then I put him back in his bed because we're not going to stay up at 4 in the morning. He has his little giraffe from Fisher Price that you press to his stomach, and he plays lullabies for 15 minutes with the light, and then the light dims after like 5 minutes, I think, or actually the light just turns off after 5 minutes. So that helps because I'm not going to put the big old projector thing. The other day I didn't turn off the projector, and I guess he moved or made a noise, and it turned on in the middle of the night. I'm like, oh my gosh, so it does have this sensor when it hears the baby cry or something. So gotta make sure you turn it off afterwards. But that's been working. We just keep on and on and on. I don't care how much he has a certain cry that's not like a real cry. It's just like, wah! You know, like I'm saying, hello, get me out here, or I'm bored, you know. He does not like it when people talk. When he's eating, that's too bad because you gotta get used to noise. So, yeah, we just keep doing that now. If it's almost time for his feeding again, then I mean he's crying like his, you know, a lot. Like this is certain. I know his hunger cry. If he's crying because he's hungry, then I'll just take him on and we'll try it again. But you know, sometimes my husband will give in. He'll give in. Well, I'm just taking him on. I'm like, no, if you keep doing that, you're not gonna train your child to go to sleep when I say. You know, like you have to train your child. Like he's gonna notice as a routine. Like, she's putting my pajamas on. We're taking a bath. That means it's time for bed. You know, no, I'm every time I cry, my daddy's gonna pick me up. I'm just gonna cry, and my dad's gonna pick me up. No, you have to show him that I'm not picking you up. And that's that. I don't care if I have to stick the pacifier in your mouth 20 times. I have to put the blanket on you 20 times. I don't care, you know. But there's a certain cry that I know that he's in pain or he's hungry or something's wrong with him. But if it's just that wah cry, that means the lullaby thing stopped playing music. You turn it on again, so turn it on again. You know, like I know what my child needs, and it's been working and it's wonderful. Other than that, I tried gripe water as well because sometimes I just fuss for no reason. Like I know he ate, his Pampers changed, he's burped, and I know everything. He doesn't eat anything, and he just keeps crying. And it's just like he's colicky. I do have a colicky baby, and that's that. Like, there's no doubt about that. So that's been working. I swear. Like I give it to him in his bottle at nighttime, and then during the day I try to give him some from this little medicine dispenser that I have in the kitchen. It looks like a bottle nipple, and it has like a little medicine in there, and that's it. And he drinks some of it. Well, as long as he gets some of it in there, I don't care if he drinks all of it or not. But other than that, I think that's about it. He's getting used to life. He's getting better at it, you know. First, he hated being in the world because all he did was cry, cry, cry. But you know, he's starting to recognize faces. Like he'll follow you around, and he knows mommy and daddy are, especially who I am. He knows who his brother is too, but sometimes his brother gets in his face and he starts crying and stuff. So there's nothing I can do about that. I gotta get out of his face. That means he's trying to tell you he doesn't want you in his face. He smiles. He does smile and kind of tries to coo a little bit, which is very cute. He moves a lot. The way he moves in my stomach is the way he moves out here. He's always kicking his little feet and punching. He will literally, when I'm trying to feed him, like he's hungry, I'm trying to latch him on, he'll just punch me. I'm like, really? Like right now, it's time for the other breast. So the breastfeeding is going good. It's going really, really good. He's gaining weight perfectly fine. He latches on perfectly fine. Even with the bottle, like if he doesn't get confused or anything like that. He doesn't mean he likes his pacifier. You gotta really sit there and hold it for a little bit for him to start sucking. But he doesn't love it a lot. You know, like he'll spit it out. He really doesn't want it. He'll like close his mouth shut if you're trying to put the pacifier in. He's like, hello, I don't want it. I'm not crying. He does like this little blinky on his face. This blinky I only use like when we're here at home, like the swing or the bouncy. I don't put this in the crib because it's too warm. I think it's like this would probably suffocate him. As he's older, he can grab it and do whatever the heck he wants with it. Then I'll give it to him then. But we just use like a little receiving blanket on the side of his face so he can go to sleep. Other than that, that's about it. Like he is like his 2-month visit, he was like 9 pounds 13 ounces. So I'm assuming he's around 10, 11 pounds. And he's like 22. He was 22 inches and some change. 22 and a quarter, something like that. And my husband was measuring him the other day. He thinks he's 23 inches. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Right? So, yeah, that's about it. With our life update / postpartum / baby update. I think I'm going to do another one when I want to say when he's 3 months or when he's 2.5 months, since I just did a 1.5. I might do a 2.5. I guess I'll do it like that if I remember. But other than that, that's about it. Today is the last time you're going to see me with like a nice high bun because Friday I'm cutting my hair. I'm not telling you how short I'm cutting it. You'll see that in my next video. So, yeah, let's just surprise you guys. School's over, thank goodness. So happy school's over. I don't have all my grades. I only have 3 classes. But I think I passed all of them with at least a B-. I know I got a B+ in my American government because my husband helped me a lot with that class. and the other class I think I got a B. So I passed with B's, and yes, I'm not the person that brags. I don't like to brag a lot. But I will be bragging about this on Facebook when I do get all my grades. Like, I've been pregnant for 2 semesters. That sounds crazy, but January. I got pregnant in February last year, and yeah, so there's 2 semesters. So I was pregnant for 2 semesters and had a baby, newborn baby. Yeah, and I worked part-time some at one point, but I don't work no more. And I have a 6-year-old, so I'm a stay-at-home wife / mom / had a newborn, and I was pregnant, and I was able to still go to school, even though they were online. And online is very, very tough because you're teaching yourself basically. Yeah, and I was able to pass with B's. Come on now. So I don't want to hear anyone saying I can't do this. School's too hard. No, I did it with kids, and you can do it too. And I'm almost done. Have probably 2-3 semesters left, depending how that goes. So yeah, if you guys have any questions or any advice on colicky babies, please let me know. I mean, so far I think we're getting the hang of it, but yeah. I don't know what else to say. Okay, so my next video is gonna be newborn essentials. I'm gonna try to gather up all the stuff that I really did like, and maybe I'll put stuff in there that actually doesn't work. Reviews or whatnot. Okay. Bye. Say bye, Jacob. People can say bye with his feet. See? Bye bye. Look at those cute little baby feet. Look at those cute little baby feet. Oh goodness, I'm ticklish.